Good morning, dear student. We are talking about the geometric diagram. Yesterday we have discussed about the line diagram. Today is the turn up simple bar diagram. Though simple bar diagram also we have discussed yesterday. Then we will discuss about the component bar diagram and the different types of diagram we are going to discuss today. Okay, first of all, the bar diagram. Bar diagram yesterday we have discussed. These first diagram which you will see in the birth rate of six different countries period 2008 and 9. You will find 1 2 3 6 2 3 4 5 6 6 bars. This is called the bar diagram, and you will find the six bar representing the each country: China, India, New Zealand, UK, Germany, and Sweden. These are the six country, and the population percentage you will see in the vertical series, and in horizontal you will find the countries. And now you will find in the bar diagram the distance between the all bar is equal, and the size and width of the each bar you will find equal, but the length is different because of the its magnitude, because magnitude is shown in the y-axis. Now another, let's discuss about the multiple and component bar diagram. Here two variables, if you see the table, two component profit of a and b is shown in the same diagram, and the two of the bars are joined together to form a multiple or component bar diagram. Now 961 of profit A and 640 is profit B. Now dotted line is A company, and the colored line that is B company. You can see two lines in the above, you can see. Okay, now in 2005 and 6 you can compare easily. A company profit was near about 961 960, and profit of B company was only 640, that is shown in this graph. Again in the 2006 and 7 the profit of A is increased, but the profit of B reduced, not remain constant, 640 to 643, near about the same. In the year 2007 and 8, such type of diagram where two or more than two attributes are shown in a single diagram, then it is called multiple or multiple or component bar diagram. Another one is subdivided or broken bar diagram. Now in the next table you will find the year and now the production of wheat and rice. First of all, we are doing the total 400 and 300. Production of rice is total is the 700, then 350 and 370, total is 720. 370 and 370 is equals to 740 and 500, and first we have added. Now according to 4 years we have made up first 4 bars: 2005, 2006, 7 and 8. Now what we have done, we have divided the bar, that's why it is called a subdivided or broken. We have divided the bars into two. One is the wheat production and another one is rice production. Now if you see the 2005's diagram, the wheat production was 400, and the rest out of total 300 is of rice, shown in the first this diagram. This is called the broken. Now percentage diagram. Here you will find the 3 school and the 3 stream: art, science and commerce. Now total is 900 students in school A1, 1000 school in school 2, 1200 students all together in. Now first of all we will convert each and every student's number in the percentage. Now converted into percentage, you will find the, we need to convert each data to set up a data into percentage. The now you will find the 3 bar school number 1, school number 2, and school number 3, every one bar you will find the length of the bar is equivalent, because the total of the percentage will be 100%. Now then, according to the percentage of the each school, we are going to broken in the previous, we are in the previous diagram also we have broken the bar. Now here we will break all the bar into 3 streams, that is, one is arts, commerce, and science. This type of bar is called percentage diagram. Remember, the length of the each percentage diagram will be equal, because the total percentage will be the 100. Now another bar diagram is duodirectional. Duo means two, direction means the way. If the bars moves in a two different way, then it is called the duodirectional or bilateral diagram. Bilateral means two sides, the bars are going two sides. If you see this table, now it's a 0, you will find the temperature or government income, or you can say the expenses, though expenses cannot be 0, the temperature can be 0. So there are some variables which can be 0 as well as the negative as well as negative. The temperature can go -30, -40 degree, and temperature here is given government income, though government income cannot be go in negative. So the data depicts. Now the main concern is, you will find that in 2005 the data is going to the negative side, 2006 in the opposite sides, and positive side 2007, and again in 2008 the data comes in the negative side, and 2009 positive one. This is called the duodirectional. The positive as well negative both data can be shown in a if same diagram, then it is called duodirectional. Now in the 10th class, or in your junior class also, you have heard about the pie chart or pie diagram. Now pie chart, now here are some steps how to construct a pie diagram. First of all, let us see the table. There are 5 items you can see: food, clothing, housing, fuel, and lighting, and their expenditure also 62% it is given, and 15, 12, 5, and 6. First of all, the variable which are shown should be added, because it's given in percentage, so it is 100%. Now next step is to convert these percentage into degrees. Now how? First of all, now 62 food, the percentage of expenditure was 62. Now the formula is 62 upon 100 into 360 is equals to 223.2. that is the degree we have converted. Now again I am telling, the number upon total is 100 into 360, because we have the 360 degrees. Similarly, we will calculate all of us. You will see in this table all calculation is shown. The percentage comes 50. First one comes at 3.2, then 54%, 43.2%, then 18%, 21%. Then with the help of a compass you can draw a circle, and from its midpoint, and first you draw one radius to any point, that is a radius. You will see in the next, and similarly you will convert you will plot all these degrees in with the help of a compass, that is and then it becomes a pie diagram. Now next is left here. Now in the next we will discuss about this is the pie diagram is done. Now the frequency graph we will discuss in the next class, then frequency, and then line frequency. We have the different type of frequency graph, that is line frequency graph and the histograms. Then we have types of histogram. We have the different types of histogram: unequal class interval, equal class interval. Then we have preparation then we have frequency polygon, then frequency curve. Last one is frequency cumulative frequency curve or mosaic curve, and then your chapter will be finished. I hope tomorrow your chapter will be finished, then we will start the revision. For today it's enough. Thank you and have a nice